answer that's right, because to be honest, I can't. All I can do is end the world and let you decide how much of it survives. This is Cole Evans signing out. A pause, and then, in a whisper they all had to strain to hear, "Forgive me?" The recorder beeped one more time. Silence fell. Ryan was the first to react. He laughed nervously. "Okay, wow. That's the best mindfuck we've had in a while," points to Cole. "I don't think she was kidding," said Elsa. "We haven't answered the scenario yet, guys," said Mike. "Do we call the government and die, or do we condemn millions of people because we're too chicken to pick up a phone?" "Dude, did you really sleep with Sandy?" asked Ryan. Mike didn't answer. "Won't calling the government mean killing even more people?" asked Andy. "She said the second virus was worse." "We don't know that," said Mike. "Maybe there's only one virus." "Because Cole was always an underachiever," said Ryan. "If she says there's a second virus in the scenario, there's a second virus in the scenario. I'm just not buying the idea that it's real life." "Are you willing to risk it?" asked Elsa. "We're not risking anything," snapped Sandy. "It's a game. It's a stupid game, and that's all it's ever been, and that's all it's ever going to be. Stop taking this so seriously. Cole's just messing with us. That's all." The doorbell rang. Silence fell again, thick and heavy as a curtain going down. Elsa looked around the group, meeting everyone's eyes in turn. Then she slowly pushed the chair back from the table, stood, and walked to answer the door. She was halfway across the room when the person outside began to cough. So that is the box. I did that to my friends for a year. Like, I'd literally go, "If you have no reason to believe I didn't just wipe out mankind, what would you do?" I'm a great friend. My friend Sean said that he would go out in the street, vaccinate the first 10 strangers he saw, and then eat a bullet, because if I had actually done this, he had failed somehow to stop me before I could get that far. And I'm like, that's the best response. So does anybody have any questions? Okay, so everybody's freaking out about Ebola. Ebola. Ebola is nasty. We do not like Ebola. It's very tragic that it's killing a lot of people, and it's really too bad that we don't have a good vaccine. But the problem with Ebola is that it has a very low R0. Now, the R0 is how many people you can conceivably pass the virus along to before you die a horrible death, or are somehow no longer infectious but still alive. If you manage the second, congratulations. The R0 of Ebola, on average, is 2. So you can pass it to 2 more people, and that's with an absolutely idealized chain of transmission. So you manage to bleed, spit, cry, or piss on 2 other people before you're just dead. This is why I usually tell folks that are not actually medical professionals that if you want to avoid Ebola, just don't lick people. The flu, on the other hand, and this is why we're all getting our flu shots this year, unless we have a good medical reason not to. Any guesses on the R0 of the flu? No, not quite that good, but it has an estimated R0 of 10. So every case of the flu is good for a minimum of 10 additional cases. And what's really great about the flu is that it is, unlike Ebola, which is purely body fluid transmissible, fomite transmissible. Fomites mean that anything that's been touched by our initial carrier, anything at all, is now also infectious and can add to that R0 of 10. So we've got 10 from the people you breathe on, and then an additional 3 from stuff you touched. Yay! So get your flu shot. 10,000 Americans will die of the flu this year. 10,000. That's actually not a good reason to be smiling. I just always am when I'm talking about the flu. It's like a nervous tick. So that's the R0.